Hey, check it out, I got a snowball. How's that for a cold open? So there's this guy, Matt, right? And he claims to have discovered a pedo ring, all by his onesie. So what he's doing is he's going and taking all of the images he finds of, say, Pepsi or Walmart, their advertisements he finds next to an image that is being misused by people in the comments by leaving disgusting comments with timestamps to things like on this little girl at 14 minutes and 37 seconds. And because that comment is there, it's very clear that at least one person is seeing this and sexualizing it, even if there's nothing sexual about what is being shown. Now, what he's doing is he's trying to mobilize advertisers to take action against YouTube. Hold up, don't do any more advertisements with them until they fix this problem. What he's doing is great. It is the best thing that's happened this year. Or maybe not. Maybe it's not. I got a couple issues with this, to say the least, so let's take this step by step. Man, that's an old show to be referencing.
You know, I knew I was going to make a comeback video, but I didn't know it was going to be this. And I didn't know that this might possibly be the last video that I ever make on this platform, because I don't want to support it anymore because of what I'm about to talk about.
Like he just said there, this is a comeback video, but also possibly the last video he'll make on the platform. What's interesting about that is that this is the first video that is uploaded on the channel, or at least it's live on the channel right now. This is Matt Social Blade. See that negative 400,000 views? That only happens when you delete 400,000 views of content.
I have discovered a wormhole, as I would call it, into a softcore pedophile ring on YouTube.
Softcore pedophile ring, meaning that in this case, there is no nudity. It's not sexual content. The people that are seeing it are sexualizing what's going on when there was nothing sexual taking place to begin with. Since the filters are looking through the video for problems, and through the comment section, I guess the idea is that there would have to be something in the video or in the comments that would get flagged, right? By the system automatically. That's how this would have to be resolved. But wait, there's nothing wrong with the video. These are innocent videos that people are sexualizing because they're perverted. They're perverting the images themselves because that's how they want to see them. For example, say I post a video of my cat on Instagram, and somebody that's into cats, for lack of a better term, somebody that's into bestiality, well, they see it, and suddenly, oh, that cat's looking fine. Does that mean that I posted something for bestiality? No. That means I posted a video of my cat, and then somebody else saw it and sexualized it. Instagram's algorithm isn't going to pick that up as a dirty image of a cat. They're going to pick it up as, oh, there's a cat. Same thing goes for these videos. If there's nothing that's going on in the videos that's perverse, their system isn't going to pick up anything wrong with it to flag it.
Here, pedophiles are trading social media contacts. They're providing links to actual child porn in YouTube comments. They're trading unlisted videos in secret.
There you go. There's the problem. Comments. They're using comments to talk about this stuff, which they can do on any form of social media. And they actually do that on any form of social media. There's people in Instagram comments and people in Facebook comments on these things that do the same thing. Their filters don't catch it much easier, if at all easier. What makes YouTube so special that you think they would be able to catch this easier than the other platforms? They are working on it. They've been working on it for many years. Stuff gets deleted all the time because of this. As a matter of fact, in the last week, Trainer Tips and Mystic7, both Pokemon Go players, they were both terminated from YouTube temporarily because their titles of some of their videos had CP in it, which stands for combat points, which is a stat in Pokemon Go. They were terminated because of the letters C and P.
And YouTube's algorithm, through some kind of glitch or error in its programming, is actually facilitating their ability to do this.
He's talking about recommended, because if you look up one video of a topic, the sidebar fills with videos of a similar topic. So if you look up, Pokemon Go, the sidebar will be full of Pokemon Go related stuff. So to use his example that he uses later, if you look up the words bikini haul, a girl goes shopping and then decides to show off her new bathing suit that she got. Lots of bigger YouTubers do this kind of stuff where they go shopping and then they'll bring it home and then they'll talk about what they got, kind of like an unboxing video, kind of, sort of. And so little girls that look up to these women showing off their fashion hauls and things, they decide that they want to do it too, right? There's nothing sexual about it. It's a young girl's bathing suit. There's only so skimpy they can make them. So they go and they get their bathing suit and they make a video showing it off. that ends up in the recommended section of other videos that are similar to it. So once you click on the first one, now you have a full bar of videos that are similar to it. That's his reasoning here, that YouTube is facilitating this. They're making it easier to find it. Now the problem is, this works for almost anything. If you look up Beyblade, you get a full freaking sheet of Beyblade stuff. And he likes to use the fact that he has a brand new account. He's never used this account for anything before, so it doesn't have anything to be suggested to it yet. Meaning that the odds that it's going to give you exclusively one thing skyrocket, because it's the only thing it knows that you're looking for. All right, so I just made a new Gmail account and made a new YouTube based on it. Now, I'm not in incognito mode. I'm just in YouTube. All right, let's type in nudes. What comes up? Immediately you get nudity. So let's go with this one here. I understand and wish to proceed. Sidebar has a whole lot of really messed up stuff right off the bat. Very sexual in nature, and some even showing nudity in the thumbnail. So obviously I'm going to have an awful lot of this blurred. But that's just one example. There's nothing else for it to recommend to me. He stacked the cards in his deck. So let's type in airsoft. Airsoft, okay. That's Rust. I don't know why that's showing up. What's this? BuzzFeed multiplayer? Is this airsoft? It looks like it's airsoft. Airsoft. Scares versus haters. Strictly skating. I'm not sure why that one's on there. Airsoft. Just about all of this is airsoft related. I wonder why that is. Maybe it's because when you have a fresh account, there's not a whole lot for it to recommend to you. Okay, so now I'm back in my Internet Unwind account, all right? So let's go to nudes. And because I have my age in and I'm an adult, it's completely unrestricted again. So let's go to that same video that we clicked on last time. And look at that. Almost every one of the images in the recommended for the first 20 or so is completely family friendly. Or, well, I mean, there's cow chop in there, so maybe not family friendly. Nothing here is provocative anymore. This is, unless you count cow chop, I guess, but this is not, there's nothing wrong with this content now. Now, granted, if you're only looking for one thing on YouTube, that's all you're going to get is the one thing. But for them to have an account, they have to be only looking at that. Now, to an extent, he does still have a point, because it does show up, and it does show up more in the recommended because that's all he's looking for. But what he's doing is he's making it seem like any user that just goes to their YouTube account is going to accidentally stumble into a bunch of child pornography, and that's not what's going on. Dang it, stupid sign shut off. Anyway, even if he's placing the blame in the right place here, is there anything YouTube can even do about this? For more on that, we go to reporter in the field, Jake. Thank you, Jake. I'm here on location to talk about the cold reality of the situation we're in, and boy, is it a doozy. Unfortunately, because of the human proportions, the arms, the legs, and the torso don't really change over the course of your life too much in terms of length, so your proportions pretty much stay the same, and realistically, there's no way for an algorithm or a bot to be able to determine whether you're a child or an adult at any more than a few feet of distance, if it can even do it from there. So the idea that a bot would be able to flag children on the channels in compromising positions is a little bit unrealistic. The other main point that he brought up was the comment sections of these videos, where the content is being used sexually by people sharing the timestamps to what they see as being a sexual image, even though it's not a sexual image until that user found it to be sexual. So the idea would be that you would find a way to block these comments, right? Well, unfortunately, there's nothing sexual in the comment itself. There's nothing to incriminate the comment. The timestamp itself, the idea that there's a timestamp there, doesn't really do anything, because timestamps are used across the platform widely to point out specific things that they're commenting about, things like that. So realistically, there's no way to either use timestamps or this content to flag pedophiles. So the only way that we'd be able to do it is by just completely kicking children off the platform
at the scale that they want this to happen. Back to you.
Thanks, Jake. Riveting stuff as always. Now, I do kind of want to talk about a couple things here before we close this video out pertaining to Matt himself. Now, something he's not exactly transparent about in that return video, or even what he's done since, is that he's got a less than family-friendly sense of humor himself. He had a prank/comedy channel that, it's just so bad, so unfunny. A lot of his jokes that I saw revolve around him being an alpha male and kind of being the men are better than women type.
Go and get your girlfriend's knickers for me.
Oh. Yo, what's up? My name's Matt.
There's been a lot of clips and images from his old channel and his old content that are showing up all over the place now. For example, a lot of images of him with blow-up dolls. He was simulating sex with naked blow-up dolls on his channel quite a few times, apparently. He also, in one video, was driving down the road and leans over to yell out the window to a girl walking down the street who appears to be late high school, early college. Would you like to help me make an adult film? Which, if you're not aware, is a porn. So he actually asked somebody who may have been underage if they would help him shoot a porn film.
Hi. Are you interested in shooting an adult video?
A lot of people are getting the idea that he is a scorned YouTuber. He's pissed that he never had success, so he started trashing the platform by doing this. I don't know if that's necessarily the case. I definitely think that there's some element of that here. And now that he's becoming successful, he's having to kind of cover his tracks and delete old things. That's who we're talking about here. We're talking about a guy who had a comedy channel and thought that, having sex with a blow-up doll, yep, that's a joke. No setup, no build-up, no punchline. It's just playing a blow-up doll. Gotcha. But the fact that this stuff starts blowing up and he deletes all the content that already existed on his channel, the channel's from 2016, and he was clearly trying to be a YouTuber. It seems to me what he was trying to do is basically start becoming a commentator. And as soon as this video took off, he decided to pivot and ride the wave. All this guy has done ever since he started this campaign is badmouth anyone that disagrees with him, because that's how you know somebody is doing the right thing, when they completely resist anybody's opinion besides their own. There are a lot of things that are going to change because of this. Now, the funny thing about him and his success is that he now has made a name for himself for exposing this, and now mainstream media is picking it up. His first video about all this was monetized. He had ads just all over the place in that video. There was like 5 or 6 ads or so in his 10-15 minute video, whatever it was. The bottom line is YouTube doesn't have a whole lot of ways they could possibly fix this situation. They could go and just take care of whatever specific commenters or whatever are featured in his video, but they can't search through everyone that's ever used a timestamp. They can't search through every video ever uploaded of a child and see what the comments look like. They can't. There's no feasible way to possibly do that. So there's a good possibility that this will be a larger, more impactful adpocalypse than we have seen prior. Either way, only time will tell how this turns out for us. The odds are it's going to result in a higher cap to be able to monetize content, but that still won't fix the issue that he's presenting. None of the stuff that he's done will really fix the issue he's presenting, because there's not really much of a way to fix it. It is odd to me that he only points out YouTube when he does all these videos and all, even though Instagram and Facebook have similar issues. I'm sure there's issues with it on TikTok as well, but it's probably less obvious because there's not a like a pedo ring or something that you can find through comments and recommended. Only time will tell how this turns out, but there's definitely a lot of shady stuff going on with this guy, and plenty of other commentators have talked about what I've talked about here. And we'll be talking about more of it, so keep your eyes peeled. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time.